It's right behind it.
Too, because I don't want her to
Okay. Hello! Yay! We had no problems today getting on. I was a little concerned about if we were gonna jump right on or if I was gonna have to struggle like I did last week. So, hello, Rosetta, or Rosette. Sorry. My eyes are not super. I really need to go to the eye doctor. And so my computer is a little, I would say like 2 feet away, or maybe 1.5 feet. And yeah, I can't. I thought there was an A at the end of your name. Thank you. I know it's my Drills and Chills one. I have a second one that I'm going to be doing for Drills and Chills too, but this one is surprisingly, it's a Christmas present. My sister-in-law, she is obsessed with, well, let's just say her house, it looks like Halloween year-round because she decorates Halloween-like year-round. And so when I saw this one, it was like perfect for her. And I love the colors on it too. The colors make it fun for me to work on because I'm not like a huge skull person, but I really, really like this one. And I'm really enjoying working on it, actually. It's surprisingly, I wasn't sure because this is a brand new company, and it was my first time ordering from them. And because they are brand new, sometimes they have kinks to work out and all that stuff. But so far, hello, Odd But Nice. Anyways, let me read. I'm actually using the active diamond painting to train my eyes to work together. Oh, interesting. Do you have, I don't know how to say it. Is it an eye issue that can get better with like training them to work together? Mine is just that I'm getting older and I've never had to wear glasses. The last time I went to the eye doctor, I was pregnant with my daughter. That was, well, she's 10.5, so that was about 11 years ago that I went to the eye doctor. And so yeah, I have a pair of like reading glasses, and well, they're not reading glasses actually. They're normal glasses, but I need new ones. We'll just say that. I will sound like a middle-aged smoker. No offense if you smoke, but I have a cold right now, and annoyingly enough, my son, he had it first, and he had like a stuffy nose and a sore throat for like a day.
2, 3.
And I then got it, and I have asthma and some chronic illnesses that make my immune system not as great as it could be, which has now I got the cold on like Thursday. I started having kind of a sore throat, and then yesterday my nose got stuffy, and today I woke up and my lungs are just kind of junky. So you'll kind of have to bear with me today. If I mute you for a little bit, it's probably because I'm coughing and I don't want you guys to have to listen to me hacking. So, yeah, anyways, Odd But Nice, he says, so gonna buy it from her. Odd But Nice, are you talking about buying the skull for her? Or the picture, I mean, from her? Alternating hyper for
It says, I'm so gonna
Foria.
buy it.
No, I know. I'm reading this one now.
I know, but it doesn't say it.
So gonna buy from her. Oh, gonna buy from her. I see. Okay. You're okay, Odd But Nice. So you're gonna buy something from her. right now the skull is actually sold out, but she has some other ones on there still, and I am sure she will be getting the skull and the other ones that she has sold out back on. But hold on. And then so Rosette, I'm trying to read that word, the double alternating hypophoria, I'm guessing is how you say it. What exactly, I've never heard of that before, so I'm not even sure what that kind of entails. But this definitely, if you had any issues with your eyes not working together, and diamond painting would definitely help if you could help it. Don't worry, no one who talks to me can pronounce it either. Did I pronounce it right after I read it? Hypophoria? Is that it? Somewhere things can come up with some people related on how their brain processes images. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So you can kind of train your brain then to like kind of reprocess the images. It's amazing what we can train our brains to do. And what we can train our brains to like turn off. And yeah, as far as I know, there is no fix for it because they would have a go in and program my brain to get things right again. Hello, Rebecca. Welcome. Hello, Diane. Welcome. Diane, I was so happy to see your message today that you had finally gotten your painting. Your other stuff, like that at a time that I kind of figured. Maddie, can you turn the fan on, honey? It's going to get warm if we don't. Anyways, the stuff that you purchased from me, I kind of figured that would be there either Thursday or Friday, but the painting should have been there like forever ago. So Rebecca asked how I am. So I am hanging in there. Woke up sick on Thursday with like a sore throat. Now I am in a full-blown like cold, and with some things that I deal with, part of that being like lung related. Yeah, my lungs are pretty crappy and junky right now, but I think what happened with the two eyes suddenly decide they were no longer going to work together to give you one single image of what is in front of you. So they are looking at something, and suddenly you can see vision from the two different TV monitors. That would be very confusing, Rosette. Have you had that your whole life? Yeah, so Diane, I'm actually not feeling too bad. I just sound bad. And I've kind of been taking ibuprofen for my headache. And I have a lot of headaches anyways because I have chronic sinus disease. So I have to go in and have surgery in my sinuses. And it has been it's been longer than 5 years. So I should be going in to get surgery relatively soon for my sinuses again. And I haven't done it. And now I am, now that it's cold season, I'm definitely going to have to get into my doctor, get things taken care of so I don't end up with like a bazillion sinus infections this year, because if I don't go into him, that is what will happen. My sinuses are really narrow and they don't drain properly, so kind of gross, but it is what it is. But I did my little, have you guys ever heard of the neti pot? Or like a sinus rinse kind of a thing. It's like the neti pot that I do, but it's a bottle, and it's weird. It's definitely weird. Probably set it up and configured well. My mom processing me as in the mission. Positive people don't always have the ability to sneak up on me from one side, and the other eye is looking outwards. Yeah, you can kind of see in two different places. Can you control where you see, though? Like, if you can see, like, to the left with one eye, to the right with the other eye, that'd be weird. Anyways, I did my my neti pot, and yes, the neti pot, Diane, if that's what you're talking about, it really does. So it basically shoots water it uses gravity and brings water up one side of your sinuses and pulls it up through your nose into the sinuses and then back out the other side. And so it kind of cleans everything out, as well as like anything like dust or allergens or anything like that. And it makes it also so I can breathe. But with me, because of my narrowing sinuses, it's interesting though, because most people do it and then blow their nose and that's the end of it. Well, I'll blow my nose after I do it, get the water out, and it could happen up to like 45 minutes later. All of a sudden, I'll just like, my nose will just start pouring water from like getting stuck up in my like nose crevices, I guess. I don't know. And there was one time I had just had surgery and on my sinuses, and I had been doing the neti pot, and I went to the grocery store and I was in the checkout line and I bent over to pick up a pen and I came back up and my nose just started pouring water everywhere. And the cashier just looks at me with this like concerned, grossed out look. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I was like trying to grab my Kleenexes, and because I always had them on hand. And he handed me one and I'm like, it's water. I promise it's just water. But oh my gosh. Yeah, that was I don't get embarrassed super easy. It takes quite a bit. It takes quite a bit for me to get embarrassed. And that was definitely one of my like moments that I do remember being embarrassed because my nose is sitting here like pouring water out, and there's nothing that I could do to help it. And I don't mean just like a couple dribbles. I mean, it was a good amount. It was like a faucet turned on and decided to go everywhere. And so yeah, not looking forward to the surgery, but I do look forward to less sinus infections and less headaches. But yeah, I haven't had near as many. I used to get sinus infections every, like I would say I was on antibiotics almost every month or every other month. And then I had my surgery and I actually wasn't on antibiotics for almost a year, which is pretty long for me, for my sinuses. So it definitely is a huge thing. But my last one they actually had to like break my nose and reset it because my septum had been like broke and was completely closed on one side. So like I couldn't, if you closed my left nostril, my right nostril, no air would go through. So I always like had somewhat of a stuffy nose feel, and like I snored, and I still snore though. So even with that fixing, I still snore. At least that's what I'm told by my family, that I snore. So
really loud.
Yeah, my kids always tell me I'm a loud snorer, but that's just
Last night you were done in pain.
especially when I'm sick. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, and so yesterday was when my lungs first started kind of getting kind of crappy last night, and I was trying to diamond paint, but I couldn't breathe well, and it sounds like I don't even know what it sounds like. It sounds like I'm snoring even though I'm awake.
No, it wasn't sounding like you were snoring. You were like,
it's like a gurgle. Yeah, it's like a gurgle.
It sounded like Darth Vader.
Yeah, so if you can hear my daughter, she's basically calling me Darth Vader with my breathing. So yeah, I sound, and it gets all crackly and sounds pretty gnarly. But so anyway, so I did my neti pot not long ago, and I did my breathing machine and everything, and Took my steroids, which I hate because I just hate the feeling of them. But when it's either take it or don't breathe well, I end up taking them. I just don't like it. But that's the way it is. A pencil case for what?
For my pens.
I don't know where a pencil case is that you can use right now. Off the top of my head, no. No, because I am using the one I have had for, yeah. So my daughter is here, so she'll be joining us.
Hello.
You'll hear her probably in the background, either talking to you or shooting off snarky remarks
Hey.
to what I'm saying. My son is gone. He is at my mother's. Oh, I know. She tells my secrets all the time, Diane. All the time. I will be talking to somebody and like I'll be saying something and she'll just chime in and give away all my secrets.
Well, maybe don't say things wrong.
Oh man, I'm like, Maddie, don't do that when I'm talking. It's annoying. But so yeah, but my son, he is at my mother's today.
You act like
He-
you're lying every time you tell stories.
What?
Secrets.
No.
Secrets.
I didn't say like my lying secrets.
Sounds like it though.
So my son went to my mom's, him and my daughter. That was interesting. My 4 placer got stuck on my drill and just like popped out of my pen. Anyways, so my son and daughter share a room as of right now. And they're around each other an awful lot and they just kind of needed a break. So my son went to my mom's house for the night and she got stuck staying here, which she wanted to because she gets to spend some time too with her dad without him being around. And they like to play Minecraft together. And so since my son's not here trying to occupy the computer, then her and my husband, they can actually play and not have to worry about him. But even though I stole it because I have to have it, when I do my live, I'm like, all right, you guys, come on. I seriously take the computer once or twice a week to use it, and that's about it. And they still are like, Mom.
No, I didn't.
You didn't this time, but last week you did. And you still kid with me saying I shouldn't do it. Actually, you know what, Maddie? Can you do me a favor real quick?
What?
Can you grab, my blue shorts over they're like right there.
Yeah.
Can you grab them?
What?
Please.
Shorts?
Yeah, my blue shorts. They're under the mirror.
Why do you need shorts?
Because it's hot.
You have to change it.
My house is hot. Yeah. Nope. They can't see what I'm doing. My goodness.
Obviously, they're just gonna.
Well, yeah. So I'm gonna change my shorts real quick because my house. So right before I did my live, I was like, I should probably rest. Everyone was telling me to. My husband, like every time he would come out of the bedroom to get something or go to the bathroom or anything, he'd be like, "Why aren't you taking a nap? Why aren't you napping?" Because he was teasing with me because my mom was telling me to, my grandma, my dad, and my sister, and everybody. When I took my son over to my my grandma's today, they were all like, "You should be at home in bed." And so I told my husband, I'm like, I keep feeling like you're gonna yell at me too. And so then he kept yelling at me every time he saw me. I was kidding, but it's not hot here actually. It's like we could actually probably open our door. Maddie, you know what? Let's open the door and cool it off in here. It's not hot here right now. It was about 70 here today, but my house is about 76 degrees. And I get hot fairly easily. But I took a nap right before. I was like, I should probably lay down for like an hour. So I lay down for a little while, and anytime I lay down and like sleep or lay down and just watch a movie. When I get up, I'm like freezing cold. Does that happen to any of you guys? Because that's really mainly the only time I am cold like that is when I have just rested or slept or something. And I'll like full out like shiver, and even in the summer when it's like really hot out, and I'll go outside and sit in the sun and warm up. But most of the time I'm in a tank top and shorts around my house, even in the winter, because I just get really hot, and I'm just weird, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
Where are the tissues?
The tissues are right there.
I'm definitely getting a cold.
But my husband, though, he is the opposite, and he gets cold easily. So he drives me nuts, though, because he is like, when he sleeps, he's like a furnace. He literally is like a furnace. You can be like a foot away from him, and you can feel the heat coming off of him. And I'm one of those people that is like, even in the winter, I have a fan on me when I'm sleeping, and because I'm just always hot. I don't know. I just don't know why, but that's, yeah. Some people are always cold, others are hot. Most people, there's not very many people, I don't think, that are just like, oh yeah, I'm perfect all the time. I don't get hot or cold. Seems like we all are, lean one way or the other. So yeah, anyways. So most of the time I'm hot, but if I've rested, I am usually cold for about, I want to say 15, 20 minutes afterwards or something. And then I go right back to being hot. So I change a lot. I, go from like long pants, sweatpants to short pants, shorts, capri pants. And my husband always teases me for how much I change, because it's like, and even though I'm only 35, I have started that big old thing that us women all fear, the menopause, because I had a hysterectomy when I was 26, and they only left one uterus. Oh my word. I'm pretty sure, well, I almost had two uteruses actually, but no, they only left one ovary, and that ovary apparently is now dying. So I'm not getting hormones from it like I should be. So now I'm starting to go through menopause, which is just lovely. I do not appreciate hot flashes at all. They are the worst. Those of you that have gone through menopause and had hot flashes, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like sticking your face in front of the fireplace or the heater or something. It's horrible. Just horrible. So, and I remember when my mom went through it. She went through it early. She's a type 1 diabetic, and apparently that can put you in it early as well. And so I used to tease her because she'd go through, be all of a sudden just like dying of heat. And now I have it. So, but it's one of those things. We're going to go through it eventually, so I might as well do it now and get it out of the way. And then when all my friends are going through it, I can be like, yeah, I'm good. I don't have that anymore. Yeah, see, Diane, I don't wake up sweaty. Like, not at nighttime anyways. I just get hot all the other times of the day, and I overheat really easily. I have to be really careful in the summer and even the spring, because if I get hot, my heart will race, and I'll start feeling really nauseous and start getting dizzy, and I go into like heat stroke really fast. So I have to be really careful with being outside in the summertime and not being able to like cool off by a pool. So, which is nice because we have a pool here. So if I am outside with the kids or something, I can jump in the pool, cool off a little bit. And we do have air conditioner here, which I love. Our old apartment was like, okay, so the apartment we're in now, it has 1,400 square feet. Hello, Beth. Welcome. It feels Willy. Woo, my brain. It feels really weird saying that because my name is Beth, so I feel like I'm saying hello to myself. But my full name's Elizabeth. I go by Beth. Most people that go by Beth are Elizabeths. But anyways, it's funny because anytime like, well, not anytime, but lots of times I've been in like Miss Coffee's lives or something, because I'm pretty much in her live every Friday night, and she'll say hi, or she'll like respond to Beth or say hi, and I'm like, did I say something? When did I say something? I'm like, oh wait, I don't even have Beth on my YouTube name, so what am I talking about? Because growing up, there really wasn't a lot of Beths. We had Elizabeths and like Bethany and Liz and everything, but I was the only no, there was one other Beth in my high school that I remember. But yeah, see, and that just confused me because Diane, you said, hello, Beth, and I read it and I'm like, oh, she's joking around saying it to me. No, you were saying it to her. My brain's not working today. I would blame it on being sick, but that's just me all the time. Always something. But I did sleep good last night, which is a change. And I needed to, because otherwise I'll end up sicker. And I really don't feel like being in the hospital. So yesterday I didn't even really diamond paint. I've been really working hard at getting my store like ready, and we did come up with a name, and so it is called the Shine Shop, and I have pictures of everything, and I'm just trying to get them all onto it with the descriptions, and so it should be done like fairly soon because I already have the shop made and everything. I'm just trying to add all the products into it, so that way when I actually give the link out and people go to it, there's actually things on there. Because right now there's not a lot of pictures yet. I think I took like 100 and something pictures the other day and then had to go and edit all of those pictures. It literally, I think all day Thursday I was editing pictures, like pretty much all day. And so yes, who said it? Yes, so Rosette, I am opening a store, and it is for like pens and cover binders and all of that stuff. And I am like super, super excited about it because I have shown you guys a lot of the stuff that I'm working on, and I've gotten a lot of that stuff, and it's all ready to go. It's all made and ready. So I am excited. All right. So Beth writes, Beth, you are fine. I understand what you go through. Although I had a teacher once who also had my older sister. He gave a certificate for those who did well on the test. He put my sister's name on it. You know what? I had the same thing happen, except for it wasn't a certificate. It was with the grades. He actually confused me and my sister. We look a lot alike. And he actually gave me, we were in the same elective class. And I knew that I had a B and I got an A in that class. And then I was like, how'd that happen? And I looked over and I actually got her grade. It was really weird. And her name was on my my thing under his class. Anyways, that was a bizarre thing. But I work in e-commerce, so hence the geeking. I see. That makes sense. It is opening a fresh new store has to be a good feeling. It is, and this is the first time I've done anything like this. I was gonna do it on Etsy, but then I decided just like for financial reasons at first, I'm like, it makes more sense to start it on Facebook. And then if I feel like it, I can go over to Etsy. But at this point, it's on Facebook, and I think so far I'm really happy with like the layout, and I'm really happy with like the easiness of it and everything I'm able to do. It just seems like it's going to really work nicely, and I don't have to pay Facebook anything. And if you have an Etsy shop, you pay like a you pay them to use their site. And Facebook, you don't have to. So that just kind of makes it makes more sense to me. I cannot say that right. It makes more sense to me to start out there at least, until I start really, making some money. And then I might go to Etsy if it's easier. So we'll see. We will see. Do I have super glue? Yes, I have super glue. What do you need super glue for? Yeah, but you have to use a lot of super glue for those because those are really heavy. And do you want to grab one go look at the fridge and see if there's one on there you'd like instead. Grab those down if you want to. Sorry. So I have these cover minders. I kind of forgot about them actually. I made them a while ago. And I got to put mine on here because I made them a while ago and they were, and I'm trying to figure out the system for them because they're so heavy that I think hot glue might work better than the super glue because the super glue. No, see, this one's broken.
Well, yeah.
So this is like what they are. They're actually rocks, but they're super cute and they're like really pretty rocks. They're shiny. If my camera focuses. My camera is really a turd. Okay, come on now. I know you guys hear me argue and get mad at my camera all the time. See if I can get it to focus. 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 Okay, so it's a really pretty color anyways. You can kind of see it's super shiny and it has like multiple colors. It's like blue and gray and sparkly, and it's just really cute. And it's heavy. So some people I've figured out some people really, really like heavy cover minders, and other people, they want them to be really lightweight. So it just depends. But honestly, I have something for everybody because I have heavy and I have light and I have cheap and I have expensive. So I got something for all y'all. I think my most expensive cover minder though at this point is my trash can that I have right here. And it's an actual like metal trash can and the lid works and everything. It's super cute. And so see, the lid works and I use it for my trash. So it's right on my thing. I don't have to like worry about it spilling because I don't know if you guys do this, but I spill my trash all the time. Well, I did. When I used to put it in, I used to use these to put my trash in. And I would set it like, next to my stuff. And I would take this and I'd hit the edge and it would like flip like that. And it would go all over the place. And it would drive me crazy. And when I do my reviews, I like to show you guys like how much trash was actually in that painting that I had to deal with. And I couldn't even do it because I felt like I wasn't really being honest because of the fact that I was spilling it all the time. And so I really like this new system. And so this one is more expensive. This one is $10. The trash can. Honey, I'm gonna mute you guys 1 second. I don't know where my mouse is. Yeah, it's not daytime anymore, so we don't need the light anymore. So close the blinds. So
Mom?
Yeah. Hurry up.
You have
What?
a tray that I can use like a big tray?
Yeah, I
You
do.
can share that box, by the way, because I'm putting
What box?
the box around.
Oh, okay. Anyways, so I don't like you guys to have to listen to my dog bark. And my neighbor, so okay, I don't know how many of you have watched much of like my videos. Like, I don't know what you guys have seen. So my whip and chat video that I did, that the title was People Without Boundaries or Putting Up Boundaries. I don't know, something like that. And I can't find it. I just had it, Manny, but I don't know where it went.
What was it?
One of my bigger trays. Oh, here it is. You put a thing on it. Here you go. Anyways, so if you haven't seen that video or that whip and chat, I have a neighbor who is an 84-year-old elderly woman, and she has absolutely no boundaries. And it has gotten to the point, and I kind of have a funny story, and I'll tell you in just a second. So my neighbor, she comes over all the time. She walks into my house if the door is unlocked. She continues to feed my dogs way too many treats, even though I have like asked her to like, not do so many, like break it up into small pieces if you want to sit there for 10 minutes and giving them treats. But she doesn't. And there's just been like all of these things that it's like crazy, crazy stuff. And so after that video, everybody's like, oh my gosh, you need to like lock your doors. And so I had already talked with her and put up some boundaries and stuff. But this happened maybe, Maddie, is your door open in your bedroom? Can you go close it and lock it, please? What? Because, well, I just don't want her to hear me. So anyways, okay, so I had talked with this woman about a week prior to what happened. And I had told her that, first of all, that she needs to kind of come over less. Every single day is too much. And I told, like, there was just a lot that I had to be blunt about, which is really hard for me. I have a hard time kind of, I don't know, what's the word? I am not a confrontational person at all. And I have a bad habit of like letting people push me, farther than I'm comfortable with. But once that happens, once they do that to my kids, I no longer care. And that is kind of what was happening. So anyways, but long story short, so this happened last week, a few days ago. I was trying to get my cat into our bathroom because we always put him in there if we're going to be going in and out because he likes to sneak out. And he's not supposed to go outside at our apartment complex. So I'm trying to get him into the bathroom. And my daughter, I don't remember what she was doing over there, but she was over there. And I had put out a sign on my door that had said, on the outside of my door, that I had said, sleeping, do not disturb, because I had been resting. And if I am asleep, like I need it because I don't sleep a lot at night. So I do try to like rest or take a nap if I can. And so anyways, I have this sign out for her so that if she sees it, yeah. So because we had talked about it, like if the sign was out, don't come in or don't knock. So the sign had been out. And our apartment is, let's just say like, okay, so the living room's like on this side right here, and then the dining room, and then the bathroom, the bedroom is here, another bedroom here, kitchen here. So the back door is like right here. And so this is the living room. So down this hall, then there's the bathroom right here, and that's where I am. And it's a good like I want to say about 20 feet from the door. So my dogs start barking, and that's my first clue that she is here. But I had that sign out there. Diane, yes, I do have plastic tips for sale. I do. So I had put that sign out there, and so I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna stand here because I don't want to like make sound, but I'm trying to like quietly tell my dogs to shut up because I didn't want I didn't want her to think like, oh, come on in. So anyways, then I hear her knock, and I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. And I was so not in the mood to deal with it. So I grab my daughter and I push her in the bathroom and I close the door. And I'm like, I'm just going to stay in here until she leaves. Then I hear this woman walk into my apartment. I hear the door open and I'm like, ah. And so I'm like me and my daughter are kind of chuckling a little bit about it, but we're actually like frustrated at the same time. So Maddie goes, Mom, just go out and tell her off. Like, go tell her. And she's like, and I'm like, no, I can't even process what's happening right now. Like, I was so annoyed. So anyways, we're in the bathroom and I hear her, my dog stopped barking. And I'm thinking, did she leave? And then I hear her talking to my dogs, giving them treats. She had to have stayed for 10 minutes in my home. Didn't know I was there. Didn't know my husband was there. My husband was in the bedroom, way down on the other end. My son was in this bedroom. And my son didn't want to go out and deal with her, so he just ignored the fact that she was there. So she was in my house with my dogs, not knowing that we were home, and giving them treats. And I was kind of at that point where I was like, well, now I feel like I can't even walk out because she's going to know I was like in here that whole time. And so I tell Maddie, I'm like, go out. And if she's still there, you can just tell her I'm in the bathroom. And she's like, Mom, I've been in here the whole time. Like, it's, I can't pretend that you're going to the bathroom if I've been in here with you. And so anyways, so she just kind of stays out there she stays in there. And so we wait, and then we hear the door open and close, and I'm like, okay, she's gone. So Maddie goes to reach for the handle, and I'm like, wait, just give it a second. Because I'm thinking, and I don't know if you guys think this way, but if I'm being sneaky or something or dishonest, I'm really bad at it. Like, so bad that I think like, oh, they have to have figured me out. So she's probably pretended to open and close the door because she must know I'm in here and she's trying to catch me. So I tell Maddie, I'm like, just wait a minute. And I tell Maddie why. And Maddie's like, Mom, I don't think she's that clever. And I'm like, okay. So we walk out and she's gone. And so I go in and I tell my husband, and he's just kind of like in awe, like, what are you talking about? This is insane. And so I tell him, I'm like, I have to talk to her, right? And he's like, you think? So, and then I got sick. And so now I'm like, I'm not mean. I don't want anything like bad to happen to her. I don't want to talk to her when I'm sick because she is 84. And so I don't want to get her sick. So, but I do have that excuse. If she comes to my door, I could say like, nope, you can't come over today because I'm sick. But the problem is too, is that I'm not comfortable enough with her that she could come in and I would just be able to like go about my business. Like, I feel like I kind of have to entertain her or something, or talk with her, like when you have company or something. But it gets really tiring and overwhelming when it's every single day. And the things, if you have not seen that Whippin' Chat, go listen to it, because some of the things that she says are so crazy out there that you think I have to be living next door to a crazy person. Like this, yeah, it's just some really, really bizarre stuff. I'm going to try something really quick. I'm going to try to see if, hold on one second, guys. I just trying to look Participants. Nope, that's not it. Huh. I don't think that, hold on, that is a problem. Just a second, guys. I don't know why my chat is wrong. It should be on live chat, so just a second. Sorry. I don't want to be missing. Okay. Okay. I needed it to be on live chat, not top chat, because if it's on top chat, then I will miss comments, and I don't want to miss your guys' comments. So I was trying to figure that out. And I don't think that this subscriber that I'm thinking of right now is in here. But so I was trying to find to see if she was in here. But anyways, because I had to show you guys what she sent me today. Where is it? Maddie, did you take you have the green one?
Yeah.
Can I see it, please, for a second?
Organize my thing.
Good. Okay. So I'm trying to find the other. Okay. So Ariel, she has been a subscriber.
Ariel.
Where'd she go?
I can't remember if she went, but she said she was going on vacation.
Ariel was? I thought it was Autumn that was going on vacation. Oh, Autumn's in here, so nope, she's not. Okay. Hello, Autumn. Welcome. She sounds like something out of a horror movie. She is. I am not even saying that to be mean. She really, truly is. It is like, I don't, yeah, I'm so not comfortable with her living next door to us. So Ariel is one of my subscribers. She's been with me since like day one. And last week in my live, my daughter was talking about trying to take my pen, my acrylic, because I only have one of my nice acrylic pens. Isn't that pretty? Anyways, and she wanted it. And I'm like, no, I'm using it. So anyways, Ariel was so sweet. After my live messaged me saying that she had a couple acrylic pens that were too small, that she just didn't really like, and that if we wanted them, that we could have them. And then she was also going to put in an order with me, and I was like, no, we'll just trade. So we traded, but I definitely got the better end of the deal, I think, anyways. So there are these. Here's the white and black one, which I love. It's beautiful. It's a little thinner than I would say a typical. I would say it was a thin style acrylic. Here's the difference between mine and the white one. So it's definitely thinner than mine is. And then there's this green one. And the green one, it is a little thinner, but not a lot. But it's just shorter. And so it's perfect for my daughter. She's, oh, you found that one that you can use? Okay. Anyways,
the clear ones fit.
So yeah, the clear ones are bigger. Anyway, so they're really, really pretty. I was really excited to get them. And then also took me a little bit to figure this one out. But I used to keep my multi-placers in just like my typical, in a tray or something, like right here. And I would switch them out when I wanted to. But so then she sent this, which you can just stand them up in it, which was super. And then I was trying to figure out what this other little piece was that she sent me. I don't even know where it went. I don't know what I did with it. Sad. Now I can show it to you on my phone. I took a picture of it so I could ask her what it was. I'd showed my husband. He was like, it looks like a scoop. And I was like, I don't know. So that's what it is. And so I messaged her and I asked her, and she's like, yep, it's a scoop. And I was like, oh, so my husband was actually right. Now, he doesn't diamond paint. He's annoyingly right too often. It's very annoying.
Hey, Mom, do you want to see what I did?
Sure, honey. So today we went to my grandma's house, and I have to show you what she gave us. It is super cute, and I'm obsessed with like owl
I
stuff.
love owls.
And she got this. Somebody gave it to her, and she gave it to my daughter to use for painting stuff, diamond painting, art stuff, whatever.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
this is hand painted. Hand painted. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love it. 2 little owls in a tree, and it's hand painted. So she just organized it and wanted to show me. So we'll take a peek together. I'm gonna have to turn it around. So
I took
Okay.
some of your stuff so I said you could share it so you could have it.
okay. So she said she just tells me I took some of your stuff, Mom, but we can share it.
Like a tray and
Okay, so she's got some cover minders in here, and pandas, and yes, she's taken all my new stuff.
I like those
Apparently.
though. They're cute.
Cute little
And they're comfy.
pens
You can have-
slash cover minders. They are double. And then I don't know what she's doing with all my pens that I'm gonna sell.
I just wanted to put them in there so they look.
So she
but you
just
can
wanted
take them.
to store them in here, but
Just to make it look.
here is
dope.
funny enough. Here's my most popular pen that I think I have.
You have one that's like broken.
No, I don't have a broken one.
Well, like non-sellable that I could have.
I really don't.
Yeah, I can have
But there's some in here though that I'm not going to be dealing with selling. But what's in here?
trays.
Let's see. Oh,
A lot of trays.
so just trays. I see. Okay. I have so many trays. I don't even know what to do with. And then she's got Charmander, cover minder, and Bulbasaur, cover minder. So, okay. I'll put this stuff back. I think she just wanted it all in here for fun to kind of organize it.
Well, also, so I don't
because
have to go digging.
seriously, do you think she's going to use that much wax? Are you joking me?
No, I just wanted.
That's crazy.
How do you?
That's a
have
lot
that?
of wax.
I opened up her
So,
drawer.
yeah, I have an insane amount of wax, you guys. Insane. I have it all organized, but she has politely messed up.
Those were down there.
I have more than this, but this is just the beginning of it.
Well, yeah, I opened up the drawer and I see this
Yeah.
big tub of
So
wax.
if anybody needs wax, I've got you covered.
That's the reason I took all it
And I have different colored wax too. Yeah, so I have multiple different kinds of wax. Here's one of my favorite fall cover minders.
I took one blue wax.
It's super cute. See the little pumpkin? Isn't he adorable? I don't know why I said he. I have like 6 of those ones. But anyways, okay, we'll close this little owl shop we got going on here.
Also, the reason.
And
I
then
took
she
all
put
the wax-
some. You can't have cover minders on the clip, honey. They're gonna fall off. That's just not gonna work. There you go. And then she put some cover minders on the handle because it's metal. So there you go. There you go, my darling daughter. All right.
Also, the reason I put all that wax in there is because for one, it looked better, and for two, it was so much.
I lost my magnet, guys. There it is. Sometimes I do. If I move it or push it over or anything, I admit I lose them. Those magnets, though, are so strong. They are so strong that if you put like this close to each other and they snap together so hard, it will break them.
Yeah, I had trouble putting
You have to be careful because that's how strong they are. You can't just like mess around and
I had trouble
could
putting
hurt
these
yourself,
guys
too.
together.
They're they like to stick together. Trying to clean this one up a little bit. Okay, so it is definitely in Spokane anyways, definitely getting into our fall temperatures. So what is your guys' favorite fall things or foods or activities that you really like about the fall? One of my favorite things about like when it starts getting colder outside is being able to kind of like bundle up on a rainy day and have the like door open when it's raining and be able to like watch a movie and have apple cider or coffee or something like that. And I think anything in the crock pot feels like really like heartwarming and fall like to me. I'm going to use this pen actually. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to try it. Let's see. I've been using my plastic tip. I'm going to switch over here for a few minutes to my metal tip. I actually like both tips. I've had people ask me which one is better, and I am kind of at a mixed point in my opinion. If you move your drills around a lot on your, like if you put them down and you have to move them, or when you're straightening them, if you have to move them, the plastic one is definitely a good way to go because the plastic tip will not scratch your drills, and the metal tip can easily scratch your drills. But as far as like convenience or user friendly and all that stuff, I think that they both work really well. The one thing that I can say though about the plastic tip is that the wax does last a lot longer. Your daughter did a really good job. Yes, she did, Beth. I thought so too. Beth said that you did a very good job organizing your little thing. Anyway, so yeah, I definitely have, I don't know how to say it. I use both, and I kind of switch in and out from the metal tip to the plastic tip. I don't have, I don't have to do one or the other. So this painting, I thought I would be done by now because typically I can really like bang it out and just get it done pretty quickly. And this one though has so much confetti, and the ones I've been doing lately don't have confetti in them. Anyways, so the ones that I have been doing don't have confetti lately. Like Mandy Manzano's, most of hers are, they're just a lot of color blocking. And this one is a ton of confetti everywhere. Plus, I have been working on my store so much that I haven't actually sat down and like diamond painted the way I typically do. Like a lot of my time has been getting the store ready to go and also trying to organize all of that stuff here in the home so that it's not like a disaster and I can actually find everything and get to what I need really easily. I love organizing stuff. It is definitely, I don't know, it's just like a happy feeling to me when you can like organize stuff and all in its place. And I definitely kind of geek out when it comes to it. I organized today for like 2 hours with my stuff, and I was trying to find a new solution for some of it. But
I love this blue wax.
The blue wax?
Yeah.
The blue wax to me. So I have tried the blue wax. I've had questions about this too, about the blue wax. Does it work better? Does it last longer? Does it work better with ABs? Like some people claim that the blue wax is like a miracle, but I don't find it to be any different, really. I honestly don't. To me, now that's my opinion. So my daughter says she feels like it sticks in the pen better. I didn't have that experience. Like it wasn't phenomenally different that I even really noticed a difference. But I like the color. No, honestly, if you guys do have a problem though with ABs and wax, I made a video about it. But if you've ever had braces and had to put that dental wax over your braces, so like you didn't get canker sores and stuff, the dental wax does not pull your ABs out. Or the ABs don't pull your wax out of your pen. if you use dental wax, and or if you use wax that you didn't just put in. If you put in fresh wax, then it's the ABs are going to yank it out. Here, Maddie, can I see? Never mind. I will show you. So it's basically exactly what it sounds like. It's just wax and it's blue. And so there are different colors that they're supposed to be like do different things. Now, I don't find it to be, like I said, phenomenally different. But a lot of people say that it's better with staying in your pen or better with like AB drills and stuff. But, and you can purchase it. It's not like expensive or anything. You can get it on AliExpress, and maybe I'll sell it because I have some, and that way people can try it. There is now like yellow wax and white wax that's supposed to be better. And again, I haven't tried those, but I have got, the first time I had blue wax was in one of my pens that came with it in the lid. You'll get some pens that have wax like in the lid, and this one comes with blue wax, but my blue wax somebody took out, and so I had to replace it with the pink wax. But and I do sell these pens, and they have the blue wax in the tip. Now, have you guys seen a pen like this? You might have. See if I can get it up there. It is a two metal, so it's a two placer, but it is that metal tip. So it's the barrel placers. And I tell you, this pen, when I first got it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is the flimsiest flipping pen I've ever got. It's very bendy, and I thought, I'm going to hate this. It's not even going to be good, but I love this pen. Even though it is not like super, like people who need a thick pen probably wouldn't be able to use it, but anyone else, it works really well. Plus, I love how it has the two, it's a double placer.
I hate that one.
Yeah. Anyways, did you say it looked like broccoli? No, it's a flower. But that would be kind of funny, actually, if it was a piece of broccoli. I think that would be a little bit more unique, wouldn't it? But I use this pen a lot, actually. I want to say almost every time I diamond paint, because it does work really good for the double, having the two placer. I haven't been able to find a plastic two placer. The smallest one I have been able to find is a three placer. And so sometimes I like to use the double placer, and it works really good. And you can get it in different colors. I think I only have it in purple and green right now, but there are other colors that you can get it in. So it is, it's kind of nice. I like it. But, so I probably won't be able to go too much longer, guys. As you can kind of tell, my voice is starting to poop out on me. It's just, the more I talk, the more it's going to die, because, yeah. And if people are around, I will talk. That is me. I could talk to the wall. I talk to my dogs all the time. The other day I was in the store, and I had Maya, my daughter's service dog. It was a dog-friendly store, so she didn't have her vest on or anything, and we were standing there. It was at Walgreens, so we're standing there in the aisle, and I'm like trying to find what I wanted, and this guy and his kid walk up behind me, and they needed something in that same place that I was looking, so I kind of moved, and I said, "Oh, sorry, didn't mean to get in your way," and so he grabs what he wants, and so then I go back to like trying to find what I wanted. Thought he had walked away. I'm having like a full-on conversation with Maya, like she were a human being. So I'm having this full-on conversation. I finally figure out what I want, and I turn around to leave, and the guy is standing there snickering, and he kind of had his hand over his mouth like he was trying to be quiet about it. And I was like, yeah, don't mind me. I'm just talking to my dog. And then he kind of laughed and was like, I talk to my animals all the time. And I'm like, yeah, but I bet you don't have full-on conversations with them. But I do. And I do it at home too. My husband has always teased me for the way that I talk to our animals. And my son does it just like I do. My daughter does it to an extent, but not quite as annoyingly as I do it.
You don't.
I kind of, I just act weird. But
I was one
but I don't get embarrassed. My daughter gets embarrassed. She takes after my husband. My husband gets embarrassed fairly easily. And my son is a little bit too much like me and doesn't get embarrassed ever. And I think he's worse, like he is worse than me, because he just doesn't, he has no filter or modesty, or he just doesn't care. My daughter, she has cared since she was quite a bit younger than she is now. And I don't know. It takes a lot to embarrass me.
Mom?
Yes, my
Graham
dear.
on Facebook?
Graham's? Yes. But it's under Papa's name. Donald and
Does he
Midge.
use it regularly?
Yeah, she does actually.
So I could text her. 'Cause I just want to send her a picture of what I did with it.
We were at my grandma's house earlier. I was dropping my son off because my dad was there and he was going to drive him back to his house with him. And Maddie had brought with her a can of pop. And my son, of course, sees it and is like, "Where'd you get that?" And Maddie says, "Oh, I got it from home." And so then he wants one, of course. So he goes and asks my grandma.
No, Grandma just said something.
Okay, well, anyways. So my grandma's like, "Oh, yeah, I've got pop." And then I hear her saying, "I don't know how much fizz is in it, though, because it's been down there since Papa died." And my grandpa died 2 years ago. And so she just has this pop sitting down in
Well,
the...
we also have some in the fridge.
I know, but that's the kind she drinks. The other root beer is from
No,
Papa.
I just had something in the fridge.
I'm telling you, the root beer was Papa's. That's what I'm saying.
Whatever.
So, yes. But they went over to there today, which was, my dad went over to help her get rid of all of her tractors that were my grandpa's. And I don't even know how many tractors he had. He was a member of the Spokane Tractor Club, and she finally sold them all today. And my sister was like, is that kind of sad to let all that go? And she's like, heck no, I'm so happy it's gone. She's like, now I have all sorts of room back in the backyard.
Because she was at it.
Excuse me. Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, I am going to head out. My voice is like just increasingly getting worse and worse. And I got to get the dogs their food. Well, the one we have with us right now, his food, and get him outside to go potty before it gets too cold outside. And so I am going to say farewell this time. And hopefully next week we will be back healthy and ready to talk without this raspy, annoying voice that I have right now. So I do my lives. Every Saturday at 6:30. And you're welcome, Diane. It is my pleasure. So I do my lives at this point every Saturday at 6:30. I am contemplating moving them up by a half hour at 6 because there is somebody else that does lives pretty close to that, and I like to jump in and watch his lives too. So, but I always schedule it Saturday morning for you guys so that you can see what time it is. So, at this point, it's at 6:30, but I might move it up a little bit next week. So, be watching out for that. And later tonight, I will be posting a unboxing for you. That is the because I don't think I uploaded it yet. I can't remember. That's pretty sad. Of this Halloween kitty. and it is adorable. I love it. Anyway, so be watching for that. And I hope you guys all have a beautiful rest of your weekend. Hopefully you guys have some good weather. You can do something fun outside. But as always, guys, don't forget you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Bye, guys. Keep shining. Yep, you got to click it. Are you sure? Yes, we're sure.